Well, I'm going to begin with you, Simon. What first inspired this story, and is it one that you've had on your mind for quite a long time prior to actually penning it?
Yeah, I mean, I actually got the idea, years ago when I was at university in Carlisle, because when I used to live there, one of my flatmates used to work in a petrol station, and like at the end of a night out, you know, me and a few of the other guys would all normally nip past, and you know, we'd like throw some free sausage rolls and sandwiches, and like the hot dogs were about to go out of date, you know, so. And yeah, it's like, he used to tell me all the stories, what was going on there, and like all the weird characters. And initially I wanted to do it as a short film, all the way back then, but never got around to doing it. And it's always just been in the back of my mind. And then one day, Ray came up to me and said he wanted to do a film of Adeel. And if I've got any ideas for like, you know, like a two-hander almost, give him a shout. And I was like, aha, I can finally do this idea I've had in my head all these years, so.
And what stage did you get involved, Keri? I mean, have you two known each other for quite a while?
Did we know each other before?
Yeah,
I think we sort of a little bit, didn't we? Yeah. I knew Ray. We sort of both knew Ray, sort of independently, I guess. And yeah, so I'd known Ray a few years. We developed a few things together, and then he said he had this script, which there was another director sniffing around. And so I read it, I think that night, and I was like, couldn't believe how amazing it was, and I was just like, please let me do it, please let me do it. And yeah, I don't know what happened to the other guy, but thankfully I got to do it, and I was lucky.
So are you present on set much, Simon? Do you like to get quite involved in the actual shoot side of things?
Normally, I'd prefer to just stay at home, but because you're so low budget, I was kind of on set anyway, but not really just...
You were driving vans and everything,
Yeah, I was driving vans, making tea, you know, stopping traffic, just... Basically just, you know, jumping in and just doing whatever I could, really. I mean, because you're such a low budget, it was kind of like all hands on deck, so,
yeah,
you know.
I think everyone was doing like a multiple
everyone had about
roles.
5 jobs and stuff, so yeah.
Is it ever hard kind of giving a screenplay over? Because it must be something you're so kind of protective of, and then I suppose it's to kind of let someone else take it on and bring it to life. Is that something that you get a lot of excitement out of? Is it almost quite a daunting prospect initially?
I think it's like anything, it's like that kind of... Yeah, it's always daunting. It's like kind of like if you're playing football or something, or, you know, and if you're in a football match and you're about to kick off and you've got all the butterflies until the whistle blows and then they go, so... Yeah, it was like that, I was worried, but I always knew it was kind of in good hands with Keri and Ray and the cast, because I'd seen like the the rehearsals and what have you. So, you know, I felt pretty confident that it was going to be, you know, it was in safe hands, so...
And we sort of did develop the script together for a while, didn't we? Like me, you and Ray.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like... We just kind of went, like, bye, Simon.
Yeah.
You know, we you know, it was very much, you were very involved.
Yeah, and because I went Adeel and people came in, they'd always had their own little twist, so, you know.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it is set pretty much in just this one location. Did that make things quite easy in regards to the shoot? Did it ever get quite suffocating being in the kind of same location?
Yeah. I think we all went a little bit stir crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a little bit apocalypse now, wasn't it, by the end?
It was, yeah. It was 4 weeks and it was all night shoots, which I think if anyone's ever done even one night shoot, you go a bit crazy, but 4 weeks of night shoots, it was insane. And then you've got this smell of petrol constantly in the air as well, just to like add to it, and gone off food on the shelves. But yeah, so it was a bit crazy by the end. I think we were all a little bit insane.
Yeah, and because we just didn't have many, because of the way the shoot was as well, we couldn't really go anywhere after, because, I mean, we were in Neath, which wasn't the biggest place, so it's like, you were like in the petrol station, then we were trapped in the hotel with nowhere really to go. So yeah, it was just that never actually getting away, but it was really good though, because everyone got very good camaraderie and everything.
Yeah, it was like a great sort of big family by the end, but it was weird sort of having breakfast at 5 p.m. and drinking gin and tonic at 7 a.m, although, you know, maybe I still do that some days now.
That's my life.
Yeah.
The film balances kind of comedy and pathos remarkably well. I mean, it's obviously, it moves almost from being quite farcical and almost slapstick at times, and then you've got a really kind of profound moment, particularly that scene in the fridge, which was my favourite scene in the movie. I mean, was it quite a challenge though to find that compatible balance between being funny and at the same time being quite poignant?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it comes from the script. You know, obviously starting with a script that manages to balance it is the first thing. But yeah, I think that's what was probably so great about it, because it is a really funny script. It's, you know, it's like uproariously funny, but also there is so much heart to it, and you do have to have that heart to be invested in the characters because you want to root for them. And yeah, that scene in the fridge. I mean, you know, Adeel's character, he really sort of comes to the fore at that point, and you know, sort of matures, and it's a really lovely moment.
And he's, I mean, Adeel's got one of the most kind of deadpan.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
He's one of those people he can say anything, and I just laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, what's it like to actually work with him? Is there any times when he's shooting and all of you are just can't?
Oh, every day, almost every take, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, funny enough, that fridge scene, actually, I think we did like 25 takes, 30 takes. Because Adeel and Ray kept laughing, and actually, obviously, it's not a funny scene; it's a really serious scene, and maybe that's why. I don't know. They just the tension got the better of them, but and we also we had like we were like had to be out because that was actually in a different location. It was a supermarket, but we had to be out of there by like 6 a.m. and the minutes were counting down, and they just kept corpsing all the time. So. But yeah, I mean, Adeel is just, you know, it was amazing. Those guys, their chemistry was fantastic. I think that's what the whole film hangs on.
Yeah. It's just good because I was writing for both of them because I knew they were going to be playing the roles. So it's that thing, especially with something like Adeel, because I knew his style of comedy anyway. It's just that it's whenever you're writing it, you know exactly how he's going to deliver it, and you can just imagine it. It was just, and then it's a joy when he just actually then takes it and then does just a little bit something else with it and gives it a twist, you know. So no, it's amazing.
And just finally, of course, Vicky McClure is the lead actress in this, and she's probably, I mean, you could argue the nation's finest actress. I mean,
I think so.
Absolutely thrilled to have her on board. And did you actually write the role for her as well? Or?
No, we didn't know it was Vicky at the time, but yeah, she's just amazing though, you know, and she's really funny as well, you know, because she does a lot of like serious drama and stuff, so people probably aren't as aware of like, you know, her comedy or, you know, that style, but she's fantastic. She's
got great comedy chops, and I think she's really underrated as a comedy actress, actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys,
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey